Hey everyone! So in this video I will start making the engine nacelles for the Citation M2, and regarding the A380 I will continue working on it very soon, but I decided to finish the Citation and get it off my way, and so I can invest more time and focus on the A380 very soon. And so let's get to work. This video is sponsored by PCBWay. More about them later. Alright, so this is the engine nacelle made out of 4 parts, and if I hide these two I get what's inside. Inside I got the thrust tube and the inlet, and these are the EDF mount already cut out of wood, and this here is the mount which is already installed inside the fuselage, and that's the pylon which will connect the engine with the fuselage. I'll make this out of carbon fiber, also make molds for it. And so I have all these parts printed and ready to start casting. I still have to figure out which piece of these two is going to be glued in the fuselage, because I'm thinking I want to have the inlet removable if I want to change in the EDF or do any maintenance inside. Alright, so I'll get the parts ready and start casting. Alright, I finished casting the inlet or the intake, and now I have to wait for it to cure, and then I'll take it out and slide this whole mold in here, because this is going to be one piece. I will cast both sides together, then glue it together, or just while it's fresh, and then insert the inlet in here, so when the whole thing is cured I can just take both molds plus the intake mold out, and then I'll have the whole thing in one piece. Now that's the plan. I hope it works. And so while waiting for this to cure, I will cast the thrust tube. And what I did in here, this cut, I have the same thing in here as well. This will allow me, when everything is cured, to press on that and release the part. Otherwise it would be so hard to slide it out if this was in one piece. I think this way is a very good way, and of course I will end up with just around 4 millimeters. This not so smooth, but that won't be a problem. I can keep that hidden on the top of the engine nacelle or something like that, but I will get a perfect release when I just press it and take it out. Alright, so this is the first part, and that's the inlet complete. And there is the small lip for the EDF to sit in. And so it goes like this. Slides in. And then the thrust tube. That's the thrust tube. And it's a bit tricky because it has to overlap this around 8 millimeters. That's it. Everything fits tight, and that's what makes it one piece, really strong. That's perfect. And so then comes this. That's the balloon, like so. What I can do is just glue everything together. It will be so easy, but unfortunately I cannot do that because I need to still have access to the EDF, and so this part or the body itself should be removable. Alright, so the left EDF is mounted, and it looks good, and it was, I think, a good idea to glue this inlet with the mount itself on the fuselage. This made it really strong, but I was planning to have the thrust tube glued inside here. It will be like this, glued, and that will make it really strong in here. But the problem with that, it will be really hard to align that when I want to slide this in from the back. It will be really hard to align the thrust tube on the EDF itself. And so I am not sure. I will try some things. Maybe I will just mount the thrust tube on the EDF and then slide this on it. So I have to figure out something. But before that, I would like to give a huge shout out to BCBWay for sponsoring this video. Actually, BCBWay has been supporting this channel for over a year now. They are so popular, and they are specialized in PCB manufacturing and prototyping services. And if you're starting a new project and you want to do some prototypes, BCBWay is the best place to go. They offer very high quality and affordable PCBs starting at $5 per 10 pieces, plus CNC machining, sheet metal fabrication, 3D printing, and injection molding. So if you're starting a new project and you want to design your own PCBs, please go to bcbway.com, and by doing that, you're also supporting this channel. So thank you so much for your support, and thanks to BCBWay for supporting my projects, and let's get back to work. Alright, so both ADFs are installed and they look good, and I already put the cables inside the fuselage. And now I will plug the ASCs. These are the Castle HV160, 160 amps, they run on 12S. And so I will plug these now and take the airplane outside, plug 12S in it and go full power and see how it goes. And also I will measure the thrust. Alright, that went really well. I got around 11 kilos of thrust, and that's what I expected. I mean, it's not 100% accurate because the airplane is on a stand, so it's not moving freely, and the scale is on the wall, so the plane is pushing against it, and so I would say it's approximate, but that's what I expected because the ADFs are rated for 6 kilograms on 12S each, so that's good. And of course they are so loud, I mean I could not stand next to it with half thrust, but they sound so cool. So thank you so much for watching, and huge thanks to my Patreons for their amazing support, and of course thanks to my channel members. Now you can become a channel member, and that's by clicking the join button. You can get some behind the scene footage and early access to videos and pictures and things like that. So stay tuned for the next video, and bye bye.